Hey everyone, Rick here, and it is time to unbox the other's 7 sins. Now, I have had this just sitting in its shipping box for over a week now, which I know is absolutely disgraceful, but I did not want to open it without taking a video. So, that is, and I didn't have the time to take a decent video. But I'm opening it this way because, as you can see, this is a tall box. Much taller than the other boxes that I have opened for prior Kickstarters. So, as you may probably know, because even though I've had this sitting around my house for a week, it is still one of those facts of life that I have to face, that I am really not one of the first to ever get these shipments. People were asking rules questions while I was still waiting, and it's like, oh my gosh. But that's okay, because I know some people are still waiting, which is insane. But it's worth the wait, and I have tried to avoid watching any kind of spoilery videos myself, so I could take a glimpse firsthand at what's inside the box. You probably can't see this at all, but this is the packing slip for all the goodies that are supposed to be in this pledge. So it looks like first, right on top, is the plastic token pack. So instead of the cardboard counters, you can use these plastic tokens, which is great. They put a lot of these little cardboard sheets in here, I guess just for packaging. And next we have the Apocalypse Extras. Now with these Kickstarters, I am constantly forgetting what in the world it is I'm supposed to get. I'm sure I'm not alone in that, because there's just a ton of stuff in these Kickstarters, and it's hard to remember what was a stretch goal or what was an add-on that I paid for. So these Apocalypse Extras, I have no clue, but it looks like there are a couple of figures there. And I'm reaching way across the table because, I mean, you have to with an unboxing this size. So I hope that you can get just a simple idea of the material that's in this. So I assume these are the character sheets. There's 2 of them in here for these 2 lovely sculpted figures. So that is the Apocalypse Extras, whatever that means. And next, right on top of what's left in the box, is the Gamma team. So some beautiful box art there. Who throws away expansion boxes? Not me, that is for sure. And here is a decent component overview of everything that's in Team Gamma. And I have to admit, I really don't know. Like, I have no clue what is going on with these expansion boxes. Like, are these, I assume these are good guys. Maybe you can use these as a team or individual characters or something when you're playing the game. But this looks like a good quality box. I can't imagine getting rid of expansion boxes. I know shelf space can be a premium. Don't get me started on that bit box. Have you guys seen that? Get rid of all your board game boxes and put all the pieces and boards and rules in these plain looking cardboard drawers. No thanks. This is the Delta team. So here is yet another team with lots of great stuff. It looks like more figures and cards. I assume that's maybe another cast of characters that you can use. Now, if you notice, one of the things is I keep saying in my videos is that I am a huge fantasy fan. And this is not fantasy. Well, technically, I guess it could be considered fantasy because it is definitely fictional. But the fact is, this is like, I don't know when it's supposed to be set, modern days. So this is a pack called the Men of Faith. So it looks like various priests and religious figures that have banded together, I suppose. Can you see that at all? There's figures, cards, figures and player cards in that one. Then this other one, Sons of Ragnarok, kind of looks like a Sons of Anarchy motorcycle gang team. More figures and cards. Isn't it just insane the amount of content for all the games that Cool Mini or Not puts out? This is a pack. This is called a corruption pack. I assume your figures are going to be tempted by corruption. Probably some of the things, some of the actions you do during the game will cause you to accumulate these corruption tokens. So I assume they're just, you know, cardboard tokens in the game itself. But you can buy that little pack to give you some 3D accessories, which I love. The fact that that's an option. Here's a dice pack. I don't know if these are exclusive colors or if this is just a duplicate of what's in the base box. I try not to do that too often, get what is already in the base box. I just want to get, you know, the new colors or variants or whatever. This is called the Apocalypse box. So what does this have? Ooh, this is really cool, because this Apocalypse box has the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse and a personification of the apocalypse as well. So you have famine, death, pestilence, and war, and a gigantic apocalypse fig. I may have to crack this one open to show you the figures in person. And then more cardboard, and here's some more of the wonderful Cool Mini or Not wounds. Now the funny thing is, this is not exclusive to the others at all. It even says on the back you can use them for a bunch of the other different Cool Mini or Not games. 3D plastic hearts. Says you can, you know, use them for really any game you have. And then here's a big box of more stuff. But before we get to that, the last, I think it's the last thing in the huge shipping box, which we can now get out of the way, which I will save. Yeah, I'm going to save that too. I saved these shipping boxes because they're so neat with the Cool Mini or Not logo on them, but also for a lot of these Kickstarters they have the sticker of the Kickstarter of the game. So, you know, I have mine for, what, Blood Rage, Zombicide Black Plague, Besieged. So here, though, is the others' 7 Sins game. Very cool. Another pretty thick box, square, just like I like it. I can't wait to try to find room on my shelves for this. And on the back of the box, there is a nice glimpse of all the miniatures you get and the look of the game, just from some basic review details that I have not managed to avoid. It sounds like it might be a fun game, but we'll see. This apparently must be all what's in here, all these things. So let's see what's inside. Inside of here, well, because the 7 sins, so you got all your sins. These were stretch goals, I assume. Lust. So you have a box of Lust. And so each of these has the avatar, the personification of that sin, and then some minions for it. So that was Lust and Lust's minions. This is Envy. I just love the box art on all these. Envy's avatar and its minions. Here is Greed. All of these look really cool. I don't know how you would decide what one to play with first. Greed's avatar and its minions. And then, oh my gosh, that is so gross. Gluttony. So gross. Gluttony's avatar and its minions. And then Wrath. So 2 of the sins must come in the base box. And then the other 5 come in these, must have been stretch goals. Here's Wrath. This is the last one, because there's 2 in the base box, and then this is the 5th that I pulled out of here. Wrath and its minions. And then these 2 things, I'm not sure what they are. Maybe more of, player character teams. We have Beta Team and Omega Team. Each of these comes with more heroes and more monsters and more cards and really cool looking dice bags, it looks like. Here's Beta. So yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Let me open up this Apocalypse box. Just to get a glimpse of probably what are going to be my favorite figures in this whole entire collection. So you got, rules for the figs. You got some more tiles, it looks like. How would you like to ride on that octopus roller coaster? And then, oh my gosh. I don't even, honestly, if they sell this Apocalypse box separately, I can see people going out and buying this box, even if they don't own the others 7 cents. I gotta get some close-ups of these, because these are just too insane. So first of all, holy cow. Look at this guy. This is huge. And look at the detail on all those teeth and tentacles. My goodness. That is a frightening beast. And you could use that in anything. Oh my gosh, these are so sharp. You could use that in a role-playing game or just any other game. And then the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Steedless. They are without steeds. So they're not horsemen. But here we go. So I'm not even sure which one's which. Where's the back of the box? Some of these you can probably guess, like Death, maybe Pestilence, maybe this one's Famine, that one's War. No, I was wrong, I think, because that's what they are. So this one is Pestilence. And it's just so grotesque. And it's a big fig. This is obviously Death. And I mean, you could just put this on your desk at work, because that is just beautiful. Look at those wings. Is that focusing? Love it. My gosh. This box is the coolest thing of the entire thing, probably. Who knows? This is War, obviously, because this is just a bad guy. My gosh. Kind of reminds me of that final big bad guy in House of a Thousand Corpses, if you ever saw him. But of course, this guy is way more frightening. And this is Famine. And that you can kind of tell. Because look at... This looks like something out of Kingdom Death Monster. If you have ever seen the Kingdom Death stuff. Look at... Because that is... I thought it was like a torn up rib cage. But it is actually hands. Arms and hands. That are like... grabbing at him. Is that focusing? Come on. Can I do it manually? I don't know what that did. But is that just not insane? Look at those arms. Oh, that is just beastly. Oh, look at that. What is that? Gross. Yeah, that is just creepy as heck. But yeah, so that is the Apocalypse box. I mean, good grief. Like I said, I can see people who don't even have any interest at all in the Others board game grabbing this expansion pack just for those figures. That's crazy. Okay, well that is... I don't even know how this goes back in here, but I can worry about that later. So that is everything that came with my Others 7 Sins pledge. All these little extras, expansion packs, and other stuff. So that is my unboxing. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. As always, I truly appreciate it. And until next time.